Hey, what's up guys? Today we have the 4th episode of weekly polls. So I've been doing this about a month, so I hope everybody's enjoying the series. If you are, great. If you're not, sorry, sucks. So this week's question was, why did you learn to solve the Rubik's Cube / how did you get into cubing? So it's kind of the same question, just phrased a little differently. But this one I found to be very interesting because some people learn in a very random way. Others, the fad in school or whatever. So let's just get right into the answers. The first one that stands out to me here is saying, I was watching Red KB and I got interested, so I got one for my birthday. At first I had no clue how to solve it, so I took it apart and all that stuff. Then I learned beginners and then faster methods. So I find this to be very interesting because personally, I never saw any cubing videos at all before I actually got into cubing. So Red Cube, KB, or Felix even, they never just popped up in my YouTube box saying, oh, like, watch me. No, that never happened. So it always fascinates me when non-cubers see cubing channels. Because I'm like, how'd you find that? Like, how'd you get there? Because for me, I've always had to actually like look up, cubing channels. That's what I did when I started cubing. So it fascinates me that you just were watching Red KB and you had never solved a cube before. But that's really cool. So the next comment says, I bought one at Disney and the cross-country team had 6 kids teach me. I thought this was funny because they had 6 people teach you. That must have been a difficult task if you needed 6 people to help you learn. But that's awesome. Cross-country team bonding. The next comment I see says, I like magic, and one day I saw Cube 3 by Stephen Brundage, so I started. I've noticed that a lot of people who are into cubing are also into, number 1, gaming, number 2, music, and number 3, magic. For whatever reason, those are the 3 I've noticed a lot that other people are into who cube. So that's cool. I used to try to do magic, wasn't very good at it. So the next one says, it was a phase at my school where everyone had one and about 3 people could solve them. So I learned how to solve it, and then the person goes on to say that they bought a lot of speed cubes. See, I feel like this happens very frequently, like it's a phase at school, because I remember in middle school when I started, it became a phase, and then when I started the Rubik's Cube Club at my school, we were selling cubes in order to get people to want to join the club, and literally everybody would be walking around with cubes, and it was really, really strange, but I feel like that's a common reason to start. Alright, so the next one is somebody I know, and he says, I learned to cube because my girlfriend wouldn't date me unless I learned how to solve it. Oops. I learned because my brother knew and it looked cool. See, I wish I had been an inspiration like that to my sister because I harassed her in order to learn, and I'm harassing my parents because I think it would be cool to be like a cute little cubing family, you know what I'm saying? So, I wish I had been an inspiration like that to my sister, but unfortunately that didn't occur. So this next comment says, I had a friend who could solve it in a minute and I wanted to learn, so I taught myself using a DVD and slowly got faster than him. I thought this was funny because they said they used a DVD, and I've never heard of any like tutorials that are on DVD. So that's kind of strange. Normally nowadays if we follow a tutorial it's on YouTube. So that's interesting that you use a DVD. My sister said, I blame you. Sorry, Kayla. By the way, 1 week until her first competition, not my first competition, but her first competition, catch us there, Weston. She's gonna need all the support she can get. I went to a toy store and said to myself, this'll be easy peasy. Then I bought it, and the rest is history. See, looking at a Rubik's Cube, my first thoughts weren't, this is going to be super duper easy. No. I was like, oh gosh, this is going to be impossible. So kudos to you for like thinking, this is going to be easy. The next one says, when I was 8, my dad and I watched The Pursuit of Happiness, and then he told me that he used to be able to solve a cube when he was a teenager. So I found my old Rubik's Cube and learned how to solve it. I quit for a long time until a few years ago when I found Convince's channel. After my first comp, I became addicted and eventually re-inspired my dad to start speed cubing. Now we both compete in comps, and it's one of the best feelings ever. See, this is why I want to inspire my whole family to cube, because how awesome would it be to like go to comps and like have like a squad, like squad t-shirts or something for your family. Like that would be adorable. Family goals, am I right? I watched a 3-year-old girl solving a cube on YouTube, got annoyed, and looked up an instruction on the internet and learned from a PDF. That's so funny. Whenever I see the video of like the 3-year-old girl or like the little children who can solve the cube, I'm like, gosh, I don't even think I could talk when I was their age, and they're like sitting here cubing. Like that's insane. Like it honestly impressed me, and I know how to solve a cube, but like it's ridiculous. This next comment says, I broke my foot during baseball one day and I was out for pretty much the whole season. So since I was on the couch for weeks, I decided to learn something new. I always saw my friends solving one, so I decided to go out and buy a V-Cube. The rest is history. Now I average between 17 and 20 seconds and my PB is 11 seconds. What a journey it's been thus far. See, this is great. You made a bad situation, aka breaking your foot. I've never broken a bone, by the way. I always wanted to when I was younger, but now no, hard pass. But that's great that you made a bad situation into a good one by learning how to cube. I was into robotics and I built a robot that could solve one. While doing research for construction, I came across the Colin Burns world record video. I decided that I wanted to be that good someday. I then learned how to solve and got faster by practicing every day for the past 3 months. See, that's awesome. I wish I knew how to do something like robotics. I think it's insanely cool. However, I don't think I'd be able to do anything like robotics, but I can't believe you built a robot that could solve one. That's crazy. I was at a weird show about prime numbers and stuff. Anyway, there was this part about Rubik's Cubes. Felix come up as a setup. Solve the cube fast. Enough said. So basically they were at a show and Felix was in the show. That's really cool. I didn't know he did that many shows, so that's cool that you got to see him in actual performance mode. Found my dad's old Rubik's Cube and found out that he is a cuber and averaged about 40 seconds. Obviously, I wanted to be better than my dad at something, so now I average low 20s. Wow, that's some great family competitiveness there, but I'm glad that you beat your dad. That's awesome. You guys can race against each other probably? I mean, I don't know how fast he is now, but that's really cool. So both of the kids that I babysit commented, because my babysitter is JustKeepCubing. So yeah, I'm in the process of teaching the kids I babysit how to solve it. They've gotten the first 2 layers and now I just have to teach them the last layer, but they really wanted to comment on this and wanted to be included in the video. So there you go, Kevin and Carolina. So the next comment says, in my math elective we learned the white cross and I thought that the Rubik's Cube was a really cool idea. So later I got one and learned beginner's method and memorized it in a few days. I'm now trying to learn CFOP and it is going pretty well. So awesome, keep trying with the CFOP, it'll become easier eventually, but I think it's very cool that some math electives or classes actually learn part of the Rubik's Cube, because I've never really had that experience, and I don't know, maybe it's just my school, but I don't know. I just think it's really cool that you learned in a math class, although I don't really know how much it has to do with math, but still. So that is pretty much all for this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing everybody's stories on how they got into cubing. I know I definitely enjoyed it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just feel like answering the question as well, you can do that in the comment section. Also, if you're interested in participating in future polls, be sure to follow me on my Instagram at JustKeepCubing. Also, if you don't have an Instagram, I've been considering putting it on my Facebook page as well, so let me know down below if you'd be interested in that. So again, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I do have quite a few videos planned for this week. I will be going away soon. However, hopefully I'll have a few filmed and edited to be uploaded while I'm gone. So happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!